Hey everyone, Alex Full of Trades here, and I am here with Gamey Review First Impression. Tonight, we've got the games on the docket. We have The Forgotten City for this live stream. Sorry, I'm going back a little bit. Forgotten City for this live stream, and then later on, we will be doing Kill It With Fire, and that's the one where I will probably be very drunk. Alright, hello Tenomad. So, if you don't want spoilers, I guess don't watch this live stream. I mean, I'm only going to, at max 2 hours into the game, but, you know, it's a warning. Okay. I have no idea what's going to happen in the first 2 hours, obviously. That's the whole point of this kind of shit. We'll see if this works. 3 people over 4 years? God damn. It looks really good for 3 people. Jesus. Hear a lot of rain. And some frogs. Maybe some crickets. Not seeing a lot yet. Oh, it's present day. What is present day? Okay, there we go. Is it just gonna load something? Oh! It really does mean present day. Hey, you're alive! When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up.
Hey!
Oh,
you're
that's
alive.
what she... Wow, that took a
when
while.
I
read the whole
I thought
thing.
You were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
Gold coins, I'm guessing? Oh, what is this? Select your body type? I think the only thing changing is my hands. It is not- I'm having bourbon tonight, with Coke. I don't remember what I had last- No, so last time I had a full-on mixed drink, right? So no, this is bourbon and Coke, and then I'll have a beer later on. So is that the man? And this is the woman! Okay, that's a woman, I guess. Okay. Color of my skin. Mr. Super pale. Wow, it's loud. The effects of the menu. What is my volume set at? Well, that doesn't help. I was like, why does it seem so loud? Because it is loud.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
Years of studying history give you occasional insights into the ancient world. I was searching for ruins. I was on a covert mission. You have for a soldier, you have a military-issued firearm, but only 10 bullets. You'll have to use them judiciously, since there's no way to get home. It's on the run from the law. Yeah, who says that? This woman is out here in the middle of the woods, and you're just gonna tell her that? Oh yeah, I'm on the run from the law. She's gonna immediately, get terrified and want to run away. Your time on the run from authorities has made you quick on your feet, and you're 25% faster when sprinting. Barely remember anything. Amnesiac. Your recent head trauma has increased your pain threshold, making you 50% harder to take down. That's kind of an interesting way of choosing, and interesting choices. I'm gonna go for archaeologist, because I feel like that's gonna be helpful. It says it's more about conversation, so let's go with that.
Oh, you're an archaeologist? Then you'll definitely want to hear this. I don't know if
Yes?
it's exactly what you're looking for, but there are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think.
We're in
I
Italy?
need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured or worse. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him, so I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting.
So you're gonna die
What I
if he
mean
never
is,
comes back?
I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him. If you can do that, I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please?
Okay, I guess I'm asking questions. I know no choices involved in that. Just ask the questions, Alex.
Oh, of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. I just... What do you want to know?
Very unpopular. What's your story?
Oh, there's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute.
What's your name?
Know what I mean?
You have a name? Yeah. It's also like, name?
Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
Why don't you want to tell?
All right, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
Because your name is Karen? Is it the whole Karen's meme thing? Oh, I did actually see people like, this was a while ago, I was on Twitter, they were like, what's the problem with your name? My name's Alex, and I was talking about the fact that people assume I'm male. And then, someone said nothing, back before the memes. Yeah, they did ruin it.
Yeah, something like that. But right now, I have bigger problems, like finding Al.
Who is Al?
He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I
Bitch,
thought
you've had a
maybe
busy
you two knew
night.
Each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is.
Karen has had a very busy night pulling people out of the river. Gotta say, 2 in 1 night. And she's so invested that she's not going to leave without us. And that's the craziest part of the story. I'd leave. And they're like, oh, I want you to stay here until I come back. Alright, man, I give you like a fucking hour and then I'm going home. Where are we?
You really don't remember? We're in Italy.
I was
This
hoping it
river
was
is the
Italy.
Tiber.
But can you tell me about the routes?
Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al...
The way she said that! You might find something amazing, or that dude I want you to go look for. You tried calling for help? Like, on your cell phone?
What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
And yet you found 2 in the river, and that's really fucking weird.
Great. So you're ready to go look for Al?
Sure. I'm going in for the priceless artifacts. But I'll keep an eye out for him. Okay, let's
Thank
go
you.
find out.
The entrance is just past those columns behind you. Please, hurry. Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
What is it? Oh, a flashlight. Oh, okay. Ooh. You like my telekinesis powers? Quid pro quo. Enter the ruins. I didn't know what she was doing, and now I realize she was warming her hands on the fire, but I don't understand why she's not sitting down. Oh. Ooh. That was not the greatest loading. Oh, That is the weirdest way to use a flashlight in a game ever. I usually expect it to be F. Okay. Oh, I'm in the ruins now? That was fast. Someone like this torch? That Al guy. Al, that woman who saved both of us is concerned that you're stuck or something. I don't know what she's actually concerned about. She just wants you to come back so she can go home. Honestly, I don't know why you're doing this. Getting mist vibes over here. It's a backpack. A backpack full of worn hiking clothes and empty food packets. Nothing valuable here, but still it seems strange that Al left it behind. It's a nice backpack, too.
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads,
"Don't read it!"
"You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged. The virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place."
Well, that
Could
sounds
an
like you're
underground
gonna
city have remained a secret for all this time?
encase me in gold.
Could people have survived down there, against the odds? It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation, or a warning.
So could I turn around? Oh, Jesus, Al, I get it. Could I possibly turn around and go back to Karen and tell her, well, he left. Let's just go. Instead of going on this adventure. What was that sound? That's Latin. I can't read Latin. A Latin plaque which reads, "Who?" Oh, this is what he read. Oh, what? What? It's no. Oh shit! Definite mist vibes. That didn't kill me. I took a header into some. Oh no, wait, I'm underwater, aren't I? And the entrance to the secret city. It wasn't that hard. There was literally nothing else around. Uh-oh. Just that encased in gold thing was not far off, because these people all look terrified! Who said that? Wait a minute, did her head move? It is moving! Ah! They're staring at me. Honestly, this is worse. Ah. I don't like that. I'm gonna raise a flashlight so I can scare the shit out of anyone that's over here. Because they've never seen a flashlight before. Maybe they'll attack me. I don't know. A young Roman woman in a pose of lamentation. Ugh. Fucking hell. Well, this one is it. I like how I can just... Oh! I am an archaeologist, so maybe I can read this stuff because I'm an archaeologist. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. Oh, it's not a good sign. Ugh! It's a lot of people that are all fucked up. A Roman gladiator, mid-stride. What could have made a gladiator flee? It's kind of short. Yeah, they did say, "Who are you?" as opposed to the Latin. I guess they have an exchange program here? He does not turn to look at you. I'm okay with that. Can I just... Okay, now that was in Latin, and I do not speak Latin. Oh, it's loading. It's pretty jerky, isn't it? I don't like that. And now it's frozen. It's still loading. Maybe I should change my camera source then. Why are you here? Thank you, Tenomad! Yeah, did you finish loading? But I'm gonna change camera sources because I don't think this is good. I know. You're on my head. You are. There's a photo mode, apparently. Sorry. Why'd you pop that up over there? No. Okay, now I need to make sure that XSplit is off, and then we can get back to it. This game apparently is taking a lot of my memory. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna go back. Yes. Resume. Like how it reminded me. Why do some of the soldiers look like football players? Like they almost look like they're wearing football pads to me. Wow, this city looks like shit, if I'm gonna be honest with you. You guys didn't take care of it very well. So I guess you did not survive down here all this time. Yeah. I think that did help. A Roman military commander attempting to scramble away from something. Jeez. Roman legionary in a state of terror. I know, I'm like, wait a minute. Whoa, whoa. He was looking up. Not more. Was that the sound of his head moving? I swear I heard that. It's like, where am I supposed to go? I'm guessing, like, the only path I can. So you guys must have eaten a lot of mushrooms since you were down here in a giant fucking cave. That's just a guess. A Roman woman who appears to be praying for help that never came.
Why are you here?
Because it's a video game and I like messing with stuff. Oh god. This... Man, first person stairs walking is always so bad. That guy hung himself, or was hanged. Is this where I was supposed to go? Is that Al? A golden statue of an old man wearing modern clothing. This must be Al, but how is that possible? What did you do, Al? Is that modern clothing? Yeah, that's modern clothing. What is this? Inscribed stone tablet.
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, that you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. And here there are only two options. Death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now. And find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
Well, that was, not at all melancholy. How do you get back when the floor opened up and dropped you? Like, there's no way up. Like, you're down here. I guess the goal is to try to save the Forgotten City. Young Roman woman in a state of panic. Yes, I can hear you. You know, if there's these things, then there should be ones coming down almost exactly over them. It's a very linear path over here. Can't go up. Well, that's not at all creepy. A Roman man on his knees, as if begging his gods for mercy. It's like, I get it, Whisper. I'm coming. I just wanted to check out the other things. Oh, I don't like the fucking bones in front of it. Yeah, when they don't have a... Really, when I press E, what happens is that black box pops up. The Whisper is like, come over here! Come back! You were almost there! Here's a lighter. Oh. Stop being so creepy! The remains of a human, whoever it was, died a long time ago. Like flower. This thing is creepy. I just got MDK flashbacks. Okay. We're loading again. Do you have to put your loading screen on white, though? Like, I get that you want to, like, oh, it's like entering into another, like, dimension almost, but just leave it on black. Please? Don't make it white. It's dark in this room. And then as we're waiting for it to load, we get blinded the whole time. Something happening? Oh yay, I'm in the town. I don't know that that's a good thing. Oh hey! A Roman relief depicting a great circular portal and two women. I wonder who they could be. Well, probably who was whispering at me. I can't actually see it that well. It's too bright in here. I did turn up the damper, but that's on me. Well, it's a little less distracted. Wait, is that person that was there? Is that... Oh. I'll just wait. He's gonna talk. Give him a moment. He's thinking. He's considering what he's going to say to me. I know what he's going to say, but he's considering. He'll get there eventually.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
Proserpina? I got lost. Shrine of Proserpina? Yeah, actually that's what I...
Yeah, you know, agricultural goddess of springtime? You're not from around here, are you? Oh, I see what you did there. Changing the subject like that. Nice try. But I'll ask again. Who are you? And what were you doing in the shrine?
I could fly. Actually, let me ask about the English.
What? I'm speaking Latin. You are too, although your accent's a little strange. And you've just done it again. You're a sly one, aren't you? One more time. Who are you and what were you doing in that shrine?
Praying, I'm guessing. Alright, fine. I'm from the future. Galerius, you get to know the truth.
no idea what you're talking about. Oh, wait. Are you a bit, you know, not right in the head? That's all right, friend. Everyone's welcome here.
Alright, what's today's date?
We sort of lose track of the date down here, but it feels like the beginning of spring to me,
Why is
so
it
I'd
so
say
bright in here?
early March?
Here.
It's 817 AUC. Sorry, you look confused. 817 years since the founding of Rome. Which part of the Empire are you from, exactly?
Oh, 65. I fucking hate that. Just say BC and AD. It's based on the same fucking time change. There's no reason to rename it. This is before or after Christ.
CE? No idea what you're talking about. But listen,
Yeah, we got a
folks
lot
seem
in common
bit
in
confused
for
when they get
CE.
here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
What are your laws?
Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's, well, it's
To be
kind of
gold.
horrific. But our magistrate insists
What is
we
it?
take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in.
I could
Well then,
break it on
you
the
coming?
way there. Just tell me now. Alright, just lead the way.
Okay. When I first arrived, I couldn't
Oh, I
believe
can just
there were people living down here.
Turn
But
that on.
as you can see,
I'm not doing
we've got a
anything.
nice little community now. Only 23 of us at the moment, if you count the few
What?
who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
There's 20 of you? Stop
Aren't you going to introduce me to your
turning people to
pretty
gold.
friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking her to see the magistrate.
Obviously
That
does
pompous
not wear a
old boar won't be
long
magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
Politics. I'd stay clear of it and her if I were you. She's, it's not my place to say. Down on your right is our farm. Where I grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat. Huh. That one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Don't mind Livia. She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... Well, you know, I don't know what happened to her. Up here on your right is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on
I
your
don't
left
have a
is the
weapon.
forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived, and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a warm welcome.
There's only 20 of you.
Galerius, you're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it
Don't be
easy,
a prick.
Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that?
What are
What
we
did you
like?
say?
I
What?
said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy.
He'll get there in a... We'll give him his phone. He's considering me.
Greetings, citizen. My name's Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please.
What's this about?
I expect the magistrate wants to brief you about the Golden Rule. It shouldn't take too long. He's busy preparing for the election later today.
Alright, let's go.
Follow me.
We could just follow him again. I think that's kind of an interesting feature. rather than make you walk, we're going to walk for
The
you.
only thing you really need to understand right now is the Golden Rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation. If that seems like rough
I call it
justice to
fucking
you,
injustice.
you're in for a rude shock. Because the Golden Rule is exactly 10 times
You
worse.
all
The
die.
magistrate can explain the rest. Who's up these stairs?
Who the fuck are you?
Whatever are you wearing?
Give her a minute.
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want? I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
I'm not from around.
Really? I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and impressive mastery of our customs. Now, remind me.
Thank you.
Why are we having this conversation?
'Cause you're a bitch. You know Annie?
Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and figure I must know a way out
her little
too.
sister's
Is
dead.
that it? Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I wish you mouth breathers would just leave me alone.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can I help?
I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies?
Okay, don't need to be a bitch about it. I wanted to help you. Sentia, Scintilla. See, I don't need to ask that question because when I was in elementary school, we did a thing on Roman culture, ancient Roman culture, and I knew that they named them similarly. Like, shouldn't the archaeologists know that? I fucking learned that in elementary school. When did you last see her?
It was 3 weeks ago.
Aw.
We ate our evening meal together.
So it's
and
fresh.
I remember she seemed happy. In love.
With
We went
whom?
into our rooms. I went to sleep. And when I woke up, she was gone. That's it.
That's sad. Was she seeing someone?
I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me.
Why?
Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumor about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined those plans.
Why didn't he marry you off? Is it the lover, maybe?
I don't know, but it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city.
Or he's one of the other 2 missing people. Isn't there 2 more people missing? She does look very relaxed, the way she's reclining.
Why? Because I'm on this couch and not pacing about the villa, wasting energy? I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance.
Just an observation.
If you must know, I'm here because my father has forbidden me from leaving the villa. I couldn't bear to lose you too, he says, as if he
But she
loves
was
me,
in
and
the
not because
villa.
he needs at least one daughter he can trade off.
I'm sorry. That sucks. I guess I'll ask this question.
You really aren't from here, are you? All Roman women are named after their fathers. I think it's their way of
Yep.
branding us. Like cattle to
Well,
be
they were
sold at
chattel.
market.
Like, that is, like,
His
how it
family
worked.
name is Sentius, so I'm Sentia because I'm the eldest. and my little sister is formerly Sentia Minor, but she is affectionately known as Scintilla.
Maybe she's the one whispering to me? Maybe it is Sentia Minor or Scintilla. Yeah, I knew that daughters were named after their fathers. That's where we get the name Julia. Because it's a name that comes from someone who has a father named Julius. A lot of our female versions of names out of Italy come from fucking the dad. That's why they sound like the male version. Alright.
So you'll help me find her?
Yeah, you didn't actually, like, did I say anything to suggest that I would? But yes, I'll do it.
Oh, thank you. You should probably take a look through her room. It's the one just by the front door. Maybe you'll find something the rest of us missed.
I will do so. This will prioritize the quest, showing its objective markers on art.
Thanks. I'd appreciate it.
What do you think about the gold?
You know, some people say it's the creation of an all-seeing god who's watching everything we do. But what kind of an awful, incompetent god would let my sister go missing on his or her watch?
I'm thinking who the god, is a god doing this, or is the city doing it? I don't know. Maybe it is a god. If it is, don't insult it. Because that's probably not a good idea.
Oh, I'd say it to their faces if they had the courage to show themselves. Did you hear that? Curse you, you coward! Where is my sister? What do you have to say for yourself?
Are you talking to me? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
That's what I thought.
Okay. Okay, yeah. Blasphemy is okay. That's good to know. I'm a blasphemer, so that's a load off my mind. Woo!
I'm telling you, this mysterious god of ours has to be asleep on the job. Either that, or, like people are saying, it really is just a children's fable my father is exploiting to frighten us into behaving.
Okay.
I suppose we will.
Why would we want to still talk about Scintilla? Didn't I ask all my questions about Scintilla? Okay, I'm
All right, another time.
She's a lot less mad at me now that I've said I'm going to look for her sister. Wow, this place is nice. Is that him? He looked like a statue for a moment there, so I was a little confused. How's it going, dude? Oh, he's trying to gather himself.
We're
sit
finally
here.
alone. I assume you already know
We
who
already
I
were.
am. May I know your name? A curious name to match a curious accent.
Well, I'm
But
a
I digress. I see you have the piercing and astute eyes of Athena. You must be a woman of great learning. We're always
Yeah.
happy to welcome another scholar to our little community. Equitia will be delighted to meet you, I'm sure.
Who?
Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the
How
mountains.
did he do that?
Many hundreds
It's
of
the
years
weirdest
ago.
fucking motion ever. I would think he would go like this, like a grand sweeping motion. It's beautiful, I think.
Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months.
Only 7 months?
22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin?
You know what this is reminding me of? And it's kind of funny, because it's what I'm doing on Wednesday. It's reminding me of the ones who walk away from Omelas. Because no place is perfect. There's gonna be something fucking horrible going on.
Nor could I until I came here.
So you didn't found
The
this
reason
place.
for this,
really.
this miracle is as simple as it is
You have
terrifying.
a child
If
in a
even
basement
one
that you
person commits
beat
a
up.
sin here, every last one of us will die.
What's this?
You see,
A
the
sin.
builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods
What?
and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the
Laws,
curses
like,
of
really-
Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up.
I'm gonna turn down the video.
And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please,
I
ask
have
away.
a lot of questions. What is the escape button doing? It won't let me enter a menu when I'm talking to somebody. What counts as a sin?
An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape?
Well, some of these are
bribery,
crimes. Looked
infidelity,
in my country.
suicide. As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen.
You know the Empire
And we
had
must
slavery,
honor
right?
The peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome.
Also, they were
It is
okay with
only
rape.
by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
Well, I mean, not rape of someone else's property, wife, or daughter, but, you know, there were certain people that it didn't matter to rape. Yes, what is legal isn't moral. That is essentially what I've been trying to get to. Yeah, they are. Like slavery, for example.
Barbaric. Barbaric.
They hated the
What are you
barbarians.
talking about? The Empire is the most civilizing force in the known world. Rome is a beacon of light in the darkness. For 800 years, she has
Sure.
borne great statesmen,
You fucking
philosophers,
conquered a ton of
poets,
other places,
artists,
and just,
engineers.
and especially Greece, you
We
just
have
stole their
comprehensive
fucking
laws
culture and said,
protecting the
we'll
rights of our
refund.
citizens, which have unified countless warring tribes all across the Mediterranean
For citizens
and beyond,
is a very,
from
very narrow
Gallia to
definition.
Judea. All our citizens are treated the same, regardless of the color of their
Oh,
skin or their
bullshit!
sexual preference.
Bullshit!
the same?
That is not
When
what
our people are
Rome was
starving, they are
about.
given food rations, and when they are wronged, they have the right to bring the guilty party before the magistrate. Our laws forbid treason, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson, and so on. No other civilization
Slavery.
in the world is
You
so advanced,
had
and you have
slavery.
The hubris to call us barbaric.
Slavery! You had slavery! I live in a fucking nation that doesn't have fucking slavery! It hasn't had slavery my entire life! My entire parents' lives! My entire grandparents' lives! My entire great-grandparents' lives! Fuck you! You're barbaric! You fucking second question! Hi, Ricardo! I'm having a fucking come apart here.
Of course, What else would we do with those prisoners of war who would otherwise have been executed?
Let them go?
Besides, there are laws for their protection as well.
That's still barbaric, man. It's still barbaric. It's barbaric to execute prisoners of war. It's barbaric to torture prisoners of war. It's barbaric to force them into slavery. Fuck you. You watch blood sports. Those fucking gladiators die. Whoa, that's weird.
On occasion, but our gladiators are almost all volunteers.
Oh, no, they
seeking
weren't.
glory.
No.
Or
Oh, yeah, condemned
who would have been
prisoners.
executed anyway. I do not see the harm.
Ooh, you keep just fucking whittling your way out, you fucking prick. That's also true. They didn't have voting rights. Very few people had voting rights in Rome. Very few.
Of course, but with fewer rights come fewer responsibilities, and the right to be protected by their fathers and husbands.
I'm just not gonna touch that one with a 10-foot pole.
You mean the blasphemous cult responsible for burning down half of Rome last year? It's hard to blame the people for being angry about that.
You also don't punish the ones that didn't do. You can only punish someone for what they did, for what they took part in. If someone believes in Christianity but did not commit arson, you cannot convict them of arson. Collective punishment. This thing is really good at predicting how angry I am.
Are you talking about our practice of decimation? Of course. We could hardly unite all these warring tribes without a disciplined, formidable legion.
Oh. By the way, Rome was not as nice as it was. Yeah, all those things, fucking awful, by the way.
Well, right now, you're a long, long way from home. I have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows.
So blasphemy
I would be keeping
is
a
okay.
close eye on them if I were you.
What do you think Prosperina had sent? It sounds like prosperity.
You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. It's said to open a doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you?
Nope, and I think your time sucks.
2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please, tell me, in your time, what did you see? What had become of us? Of this city?
Do you really want me to tell you that? Alright, fine. You get to hear it.
I have imagined it, our downfall, 1,000 times. But it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it.
You brought your daughters here. How does the ritual work?
All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled
Did
across
you kill your
instructions.
daughter?
I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal.
Just to kill his
In
daughter.
this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual.
You made your daughter perform the
I
ritual?
don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future?
Oh! He's the skeleton. Yeah, okay. Well then, maybe you did it.
I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use
You've
it.
already used it, though, because I'm here. clearly it's going to happen, man. Get used to it. You perform the ritual. Otherwise, I'm not here.
Well, thank you for your candor, I suppose.
Okay. Why can't you investigate?
Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal. As for
Except for the fact that I talked to you
well,
first.
It pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Alright, I guess I'll just be honest with everyone. Your daughter already likes me. Do you have any suspect?
Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better.
Fair. How do I know you're not responsible? Do you think you'd be related to your daughter's disappearance?
Ah, so you know about that already. It's a devastating loss, of course, but that was over 3 weeks ago, and whatever happened to her, it didn't break the golden rule, so I don't think it's connected with
I'm still
our
confused over what the
imminent
fuck the
demise.
golden rule was.
Still, if you happen to find her and return her to me, I would be eternally grateful.
What if she doesn't want to come back to you? Okay, what about you?
Me? Why would you suspect me?
Because you're a
I
man
just
in
told
power?
you, I'm about to sacrifice my own life to ensure these people have a second chance.
Or so that you can
What
keep your
reason could
power?
you possibly have to suspect me, of all people?
No, it's not a fair point.
I'm glad you think so. Without trust, without each other, we won't be able to prevent what is about to happen.
Alright, what do you really think?
Well, all right. There are those who wish to vote me out of office so that they can pursue their own misguided political agenda. Frankly, their selfishness and recklessness risk destabilizing the entire city. I would be looking very carefully at them if I were you.
Well, I'm not going to, because I don't really believe that.
If I understand Prosperina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the golden rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created a paradox.
Wait,
If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense?
okay, no, wait a minute. If I save the city, and he doesn't then open the portal, does that mean I'm actually still stuck in the city in my own time? Because I fell through the hole in the floor, and there's no way up out of it. Once you're in the city, you can't get out of the city. The portal isn't why I got into the city. I found the portal in the city. Fuck. I think I'm screwed. Okay. I guess. I think I'm still fucked, but okay. I'm like that. These questions will be available later. Okay.
Ah.
All the questions.
So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the golden rule?
Yeah, I don't really have much of a choice here. You forced my hand.
No, I don't suppose you do. But I'm hoping that even if you're not burdened with a sense of self-sacrifice, you'll at least see the sense in self-preservation.
That's fine.
Wonderful.
You trying to fuck
Now,
me.
I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure
Dude!
out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
Sorry, I guess I'm such an American. I'm like, Fifth Amendment, bitch! I don't get to just come into people's homes and look their stuff! That's not what that... No!
Oh, and one last
Or is
thing.
that the Fourth Amendment?
If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
Wait, let's turn down the brightness. Because it seems really fucking bright. Let's try that. That might be better. Let's do this. Oh, it's a... Oh, hey! A note. Scintilla. Scintilla to Sentius. May Jupiter Optimus Maximus continue to protect and guide you. Thank you for making me your daughter, and for the lovely birthday gift. I promise we'll wear it always. I promise to? No, I promise I will wear it always. I feel so safe and fortunate to have you as my father, and Cynthia as my sister. I sense you've been feeling apprehensive about the election next month, but if you can just show them the strong and dependable man I know you to be, you will be re-elected. I'm sure of it. This sounds like a goodbye, without saying goodbye. Is there a next page? Apparently not. The Nards. It's an Athena bust. You know, it would look in better condition if it was actually ancient Roman times. Is this his room? Oh, she's standing. Not so relaxed anymore.
Keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you?
Yes, I'm going to. Shut up. Produce bowl. These carrots are purple, as they were before modern orange carrots were cultivated. Did you know you could still buy purple carrots? Kinda cool. Cynthia's journal. Dear Diary, today my father suggested I write a diary as a way of keeping myself occupied while we all deal with the sudden and devastating disappearance of my sister. As a dutiful daughter, of course I shall oblige. The following pages contain my innermost secrets. Well, let's get reading. I know you're reading this, Father. I may be young, but do not think me stupid. We're all entitled to our secrets, Cynthia. Okay. Never mind. A small vial containing a rudimentary perfume made from flowers and oil. This is Cynthia's room, not Scintilla's. I'm not gonna steal their money. I still don't know what exactly I'm not supposed to do. So she still had money in her chest. A brass containing some sort of powder for makeup. That one is in the wall. The brass has been polished into a rudimentary mirror, which has been used for applying makeup. It's very weird that it's E to pick something up and F to put it back down. It's kind of confusing. An ink jar. A ceramic ink jar that appears to be made from soot and water. Note from Scintilla. Scintilla to Sentius and Sentia. May Clementia give you the strength to forgive me. I am sorry to have to leave you this way, but I have found a way to escape, and I must take it. I hope we meet again someday. Taking that. No one read that note? What are you people, retarded?
On your best behavior, I trust?
Supposedly. Alright, everybody, hold your breath until she speaks.
What have you discovered?
You lost the staring competition. I found a letter in a room.
What? Really? I swear, I searched her room top to bottom and never saw that. I wonder how I could have missed it. Strange, but well done, I suppose.
It was very
But
easy to
it's
find.
odd. It was only a few months ago that Scentilla's friend Yulia let slip she was planning an escape of her own. And yet, Yulia's still here. You should go and speak with her. Find out if she knows anything. She lives in the villa next door.
Alright, thanks. Let's go talk to her. Hell, maybe this will give me a way out of here. Where is a marker? Maybe I'm able to see things they can't see. Blind motherfuckers. So weird. So you could go through the front door, or go through the big giant hole. Archaeologist insight. A ceramic bowl full of urine which ancient Romans used because of its ammonia content to wash and bleach their clothes. Gross! You assholes smelled of pee? I'm not good. Is that person doing push-ups? Any particular reason why? Yeah, it's really pretty. I'll give them that. It's a fucking beautiful game. Like, is this the villa next door? Or is that the villa next door? That's gotta be the villa next door. It's huge. Hello, person doing push-ups. Now we get. Oh, are you the person I saw? Oh, everybody, hold your breath. He's thinking. Give him a moment.
What were you two talking about?
You two? Sorry, what?
Don't play dumb. I saw you. Having a shady little chat with old man Sentius up on his balcony. If he's
He's
making
got
a
hair on his
last-ditch effort
arms.
to pick up votes by talking to a woman, he's even
Excuse
more senile
me?
than I thought. Everyone knows women can't vote.
It's I like how the fucking subtitle says everyone knows woman can't vote instead of women. We weren't talking about the election.
What else would you be murmuring about on election day? Mark my words, Malleolus is going to be magistrate by the end of the day. And if
Why
I
do you
tell
have
him
an
you sided
English
with that
accent? Why do you all have
three-year-old
English
Aspen,
accents?
that you've been trying to undermine his hard-won victory, you'll have picked the wrong patron. Got it?
Don't give a shit about the fucking election. It's meaningless. You're all gonna fucking die.
Good, then stay out of it. Nobody likes Caput Murday foreigners interfering in an election.
He is. That's why he's wearing a fucking helmet.
Can't hurt.
What is your name? Yeah, what's your story?
The name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus, you go through me.
Why are you dressed like this?
Why? Because I am a gladiator. That's why.
There isn't an arena around here.
You want to see me fight? Keep running your mouth, fatuous cunners.
Hey, 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 hey. You need to cut down on the fucking name calling, man. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
I think it's gone on long enough, and Malleolus is going to put an end to it once he's elected.
What if it's not? Wait. How's he gonna do that?
He's going to announce it in his victory speech. Just you wait and see.
Why can't you tell me?
'Cause if I tell you, and it gets out, it'll give old man Sentius a chance to interfere in our plans. And we can't have that.
Can I help in some way? I don't know.
We've already lined up the votes he needs to win. Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem.
This is the dumbest question in the world. I know who he's gonna vote for. You know a way out of here?
When Malleolus wins the election, yeah, this place will change. You won't even want to leave.
That does not
You'll
answer my
see.
question, so I'm gonna say no, you do not know a way out of here, you dumbass. Who are you going to vote
Malleolus,
for?
of course. If old man Sentius can't even protect his own daughter, how can we trust him to protect us?
Did you kidnap her? I'd like to meet this Malleolus.
Too bad. He's busy. Unless... No. You don't look like you could afford it.
Afford what?
I'm glad you asked. See, he's a busy man, and this is an important day. He'll be inside practicing his victory speech for tonight. Left me strict instructions he doesn't want to be disturbed. So if you want to see him, I'll need something valuable in return.
You want... money? What do you want?
Dunno. Something good.
Are you soliciting a bribe? It's kind of hard to tell.
Bribe? That's such an ugly word. What I'm looking for is more of a tribute to me, your soon-to-be patron. Just make it good.
What does he want?
She's not here.
Where is she?
Had to carry her to Lucretia's clinic this morning. Shrine of Apollo. She was acting sick. Faking it, if you ask me. Typical.
Alright.
Whatever.
Fine.
Just remember, I'll
Are
be
you
watching.
Valley Girl? How will you see me with that helmet on? Very low visibility with that thing. Sentius and Malleus. Same excrement, different smell. I kind of agree. If you're a politician, you're a piece of shit. These poor people! Alright, now, where is the Shrine of Apollo? She is at the Shrine of Apollo. Do I have a net? Ah! Crazy bitches staring at me. What is this? Oh, we gotta give him a moment. I just wanted to see what it was! What's the thing on my head? It's a wrap. Not really, no.
Good. You be eaten alive. Little runt like you.
What's in there?
Nobody's told you about Hannibal? Ugh. Why do I have to do everything round here? So, there was this guy called Hannibal, right? Funny accent. Used to go down into the cisterns looking for junk he could clean up and sell. One day, a few weeks back, he comes out and tells me the cisterns are haunted. Said he could hear spirits wailing. Of course, nobody believed him, because who trusts a Carthaginian, right? Anyway, a few days later, he goes back in. And hours go by, and he hasn't come back out, yeah? So I go down after him, and it's dark. But in the distance, I can just make out his body, sprawled out on the ground.
You didn't go get it?
And hunched over him was something that made my blood run cold. No word of a lie. I saw a creature. Like the corpse of a man who'd been flayed. And it was eating Hannibal.
Okay. It wouldn't that have broken the golden rule?
If it was a man, maybe. But I swear on my life this was no man. More like a Strix. Or
What's
some
Strix?
Versipalus that feeds on human flesh.
What?
I didn't stick around to see which.
Hey, what did you do?
What any sane person would have done. I legged it out of there and put a sign at the door to warn the others.
I don't see a sign. Oh shit. Maybe I don't do it.
Good idea.
For now. I am kind of curious. What is this? Oh yeah, that's right. I can just go in at everybody's house. I have permission. Ooh, she's got a lot of money. Oh, am I in the Shrine of Apollo now? Oh no, wait. He said I'd be interested in talking to him. He said that it was. These bench pushing things are way too nice for this time period. God damn it. It's no doubt unpleasant cooking with such a poor ventilation, but Romans probably regard that as their servant's problem. No, it's poor ventilation? You mean no ventilation? Oh, I will read this. An anonymous friend to Octavia. May the Lord bless and keep you. I am sorry I could not risk discussing this with you in person, but if I am right, then you're a believer like me. You may not be able to worship openly here, but know that you're not alone. If you ever feel like you need somewhere to pray, There is a special place waiting for you deep in the caves behind the theater. Turn right at the first port, and again at the second. First. And no. First. Right. It's a Christian shrine, isn't it? No more. Okay. Where'd she go? Shut up! She was out here. Where'd she go? Maybe she went upstairs? Bitch ran past me. All these fucking fires they set everywhere. Everyone's got the bust of Athena, somehow. Okay, no! Where is she? She disappeared! This place is fucking gorgeous. With the gold statues everywhere. Like, I saw her out here, and now she's gone. Fucking creepy. What is this? The theater? I don't know. I'm just walking around. I don't have a map! Right? I like how it's like, I'm trying to load it! Poor people. And everyone just doesn't have a problem with it. And it's like, you are creepy! Hey, is that a farm boy? Yes, it is. How do you shave your head? Oh.
Ah, it's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend. Now, what's on your mind?
These long-ass pauses. What do you think of it?
I don't give it much thought these days. I mean, everybody here's got their own view about what we need to do to survive. But I say, let's spend less time arguing about what it means to be good and just get on with it, you know?
What's your story?
Well, it's a long one and kind of sad.
Okay, maybe don't tell me your
I don't mind
story.
telling it.
Alright, fine.
I'm a farmer. Always have been. I grew up in a small village in Britannia, Camulodunum, with my parents and 2 little sisters. Lovely part of the world. One day, when
Sorry,
I was about
I'm busy
20,
watching that
my
creep
father
come
and
up
I
behind
were in
us.
a top paddock, loading our cart, when some Roman legionaries came along, demanding produce for their men. My father told me to run into the house for his axe, and so I did. Sprinted so fast I almost threw up.
How far away were you from
by
your
the time I
house?
got back, he was bleeding out on the ground, and our cart was empty. That was my first encounter with the legions. My mother died of a broken heart soon after, and things went downhill
She didn't
from
care
there.
to take care of her kids?
I took over the farmstead, but I was young, and it was a struggle. More raiding started before too long. We'd come outside in the morning to find animals missing, our stores pillaged. These legion thugs just took whatever they wanted. One night, when my sisters and I had nothing left to steal, there was a knock at the door. I knew who they were, and what they wanted.
Your sisters.
I got my father's old axe, pulled the door open real quick, and before that soldier knew it, split his face right down the middle.
Are you sure it was a soldier?
There were more of them. I never saw how many, because the next thing I knew, I was waking up with a mouth full of dirt and lungs full of smoke. My home was reduced to ash. My sisters, dead.
So like the movie Gladiator.
And they left me alive to see what they'd done. Still burns whenever I think about it.
That sucks, man.
Yeah, well, I wasn't the only one this happened to. It wasn't long before Boudica led thousands of Britons in a rebellion against the Romans.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Unfortunately, there were just too many of them. And those of us who survived, they enslaved.
Which is bullshit.
So, then I found myself being transported all the way to Rome to be sold to the highest bidder. I spent a few years working for my new master, learning the Romans' ways.
What's
Romanized my
your
name and
actual
everything.
name?
Tried to escape a couple of times, but they always found me. and I'd just end up right back where I was.
How'd you end
Probably
up here?
still be there too, if it wasn't for the stampedes breaking out. You see, about 7 months ago, an enormous fire broke out in Rome. Everybody was running down toward the river, screaming and shouting. I'd never seen anything like it. Human beings acting like cattle. I got swept up with them somehow, and the rest is a blur. The next thing I knew, some stranger was dragging me out of a river. Stumbled across this place, and I started my life over again.
Still as a farmer. Okay. Guess that's what you want to do. I guess they worked out.
That's what I thought too, for a while. But it
I
seems
know,
the
man.
gods aren't done tormenting me yet. See, I finally had my own farm again, safe from the grasping hands of the Romans. Or so I thought. Until Sentius the Decurion demanded I hand over all my produce. It's for the good of us all, he says. Only he takes the best bits for himself, of course. He even told me if I refuse his demands, I'll break the golden rule. I'm not sure I believe him.
That sounds like
but then,
bullshit.
what if he's right? So, it turns out our dear old magistrate is no better than the Legion thugs who took everything from me.
Well, I mean, you
Right
didn't
back
rape
where I
your
began.
sisters and murder
Don't
them
you
and
worry.
murder your dad,
Nemesis
so
is
maybe a
waiting.
little better.
And he'll get his. One day. He'll get his.
Are you Christian?
Forget I said that last part, will you? I get carried away sometimes.
I don't suspect him. Sure. Lie. Sure.
Thanks, friend. I knew I liked you. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Was there something else you wanted to talk about?
If he's Christian, then he believes that Sentius is going to hell. It's not necessary that he will do anything, because if you really believe in Christianity, then you believe it's not actually your place necessarily to punish those here on Earth. So, if he is Christian, and Nemesis makes me think he is, because that's what Satan literally means, then he's not that suspicious, actually. Do you know a way out of here?
Well, as much as I'd love to get out of here, the harvest's always more fruitful in another man's field, isn't it? But Scintilla, Sentius's daughter, went missing a few weeks back. Could be she found a way out.
Or
If
she's
anyone
living
knows
at
for
your
sure,
farm.
It'll be her sister, Sentia. But
Oh,
she'd
so
never
you
tell
just
the likes
walk
of me.
around, and we've been here long enough. Okay.
I can't see how I could vote for either candidate. I don't like Sentius much, but Malleolus is almost as bad. Even I could do a better job. Me, a farmer. And I've never given a speech or put on a toga in my life.
Actually, I would vote for you.
All right. See you around.
He's so fucking cheerful. It's like, everyone in my family has died a horrible fucking death, but I'm happy. Like, okay, man. Who are you? Is this awkward?
Greetings, I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst.
Why does he
We
have an
must
Italian
stick
accent?
together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary. Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise
What do you even know what a
stitching.
boot is?
Such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from
You
the
know what
markets of
trousers
Damascus
are.
to the farms of India, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know, from which exotic part of the world do you hail?
United States. Yes, my nation does not exist yet. That is what it seems like. Wait. How do you say it? Line?
Is this a riddle, or perhaps you mean to say you feel like you are ahead of your time? I feel the same way. Another reason for us
You're
to
wearing a
stick together.
bag.
We will have much time here to get to know one another. But for
Maybe
now,
not that much
do
time.
you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps?
Yes. Tell me about yourself.
My story? How
Everybody
kind of
gets
you
to
to
tell me
ask.
about themselves.
I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum.
Okay. Why?
You mean to say, with all the turmoil and terror of the Golden Rule and so few customers, why bother setting shop at all?
Kind of.
I'll tell you, it is precisely because of the Golden Rule that I wish to remind my friends of the importance of looking one's best. I say, the more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality, the better our chances of keeping our heads. Don't you agree?
No. Well, I mean, maybe. Here's the thing. What I want to ask everyone is never an option. What do you think of all the golem statues? Do you think those are people? Do you notice that their fucking heads move? Do you hear them whispering?
A good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself.
What do you mean?
I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and drowning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success.
Oh my god, he got too drunk.
I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this.
And you want to talk about us keeping up
then falling into a void as empty as
civilization.
time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa.
So you floated down the Tiber?
Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and resuscitated by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am. Anything you like.
Do you know a way out of here?
Shh! Not so loud. What are you playing at?
What? I've asked everyone this question.
Have you not been told about the last attempt?
No?
Oh, then I suppose this duty falls to me. It is a long story.
I've signed too, because it's a long story. Just tell me.
Of course, the first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, how do I escape? It is only natural after all. And scaling the chasm wall is out of the question, for it is simply too steep and too far. But as they say, if the
I
wind
think this is a
fails,
thing
use the
technology
oars.
could solve.
And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse. See, the shaft is quite high, but if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out.
Yeah, exactly.
They have. I am getting to that. There was an attempt made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard a godlike voice shake the entire city, and that, tragically, is where their
That is not the end of the story.
So it seems that to merely attempt escape is to invite the wrath of whichever god oversees this place, and so
Maybe they got out.
It's best to not even discuss it aloud.
Okay. What do you think about
Ah, yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate.
You're Greek? Is it?
Have you not heard the tale of the god
Sure.
Hades? He was the first to learn this dreadful lesson when he abducted Persephone and imprisoned her in the underworld. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, learned of this, she did not punish Hades, the guilty one.
She
Instead,
couldn't.
she changed the climate of Earth so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The grain turned to empty husks
I know
and
this
the rivers
story.
dried up.
Innocent people died by the tens of thousands, until at last the other gods were forced to act, lest they have no worshippers left. So yes, we know this rule. This has always been the case. The Golden Rule has merely brought it into focus.
Okay. What can we do about it?
If we are to survive, I say we must each heed the simple wisdom of Thales of Miletus, first of the 7 sages of Greece, who said, "Avoid doing what you would blame others for doing."
That's actually not a bad way of saying that.
It does, doesn't it? But it is not enough for us to do this alone. For even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will never be enough. Sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of many good people can be undone in the blink of an eye by a single selfish act.
The way... So there's a Calvin and Hobbes comic where, Calvin goes on and on and on about how he's just gonna do whatever he wants. Selfishly. He doesn't matter if it hurts anyone else, and whatever, blah, 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 blah. You know, kid shit. And then, Hobbes shoves him. And he's like, "Why did you shove me?" And, Hobbes says, "Well, I decided to live by your philosophy. You were in my way, so I did what I needed to do to get you out of my way, and I shoved you." And Calvin is very upset. And he's all like, "I meant that that I was gonna live that way, not that you could live that way." And that's the whole purpose of, essentially, society, is that so it turns out that it's better to, as Steven Pinker put it, to not shove and not be shoved. That is the simplest way. So it's like, if you would hate it if it was done to you, don't fucking do it to other people, essentially. Do unto others is another. Like, there's a fucking phrase for it in almost every goddamn society in the world, because it's like, well, this is how you manage to handle things. The only difference is that, if you were able to essentially look at another person and not see a person, if you dehumanize them, then that it no longer applies. And that's fucking where you run into problems where people have slavery! So, it's kind of, like, it's a serious issue to dehumanize someone, because then you start not following, essentially, what is also known as the Golden Rule. It's a very pessimistic view of things, although it does happen.
It is not all bad, my friend, because it is this fragility which makes life so precious.
I thought mortality is what makes
a
life so
lighter
precious.
note, I will say one thing for the Golden Rule. For all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent models for my clothing, do they not?
Do you know that the statues are people? That's what that suggested! Who are you going to vote for?
That, my friend, is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus. I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way.
Ah, he's threatening you?
Nothing comes to my mind, my friend.
Hmm.
I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
That's really fucked up, man. He shouldn't be threatening you. That's another piss thing. Jesus. Computer. How can you look at these people who are clearly terrified and go, "Perfect models for my clothing"? So no one gets mad if I look in their stuff. Your home sucks! Yeah, he did put clothes on this one, didn't he?
You look well, my sartorial friend.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who are you?
Salve.
This is pretty boy. Okay, he's checking his lines. Give him a moment.
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to our little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. You arrived on a sad day, friend. What with Julia's death?
What? She's
I
dead?
wish we could have met under better circumstances.
What? You're not even... Why is one of my fucking comments not that Julia's dead?
Well, I'm an architect. Or at least I was back
What are you
in Rome.
doing?
That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people. That
What are you
kind of
doing?
thing. But you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place.
Talk to me.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Some of these shrines
He's so
were
damn
constructed
excited.
hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek.
Yeah, isn't it common?
Well, yes, that could be the reason. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived. Which begs the interesting question, who really built this place? And could it be far older than any of us
Fucking
imagine?
crazy to me
If
to think of
only there was a way
Greeks and
we could
Romans
talk
finding
to the
something
people
older
who
than
came
them
here
and going,
before
oh
us.
my god.
The stories they could tell. Gladly. Personally, my favorite thing about this place is the aqueducts. Those series of adjoining arches. They're an
I know what an
ingenious feat
aqueduct
of
is.
Roman engineering. With a very practical
I know what an
purpose.
aqueduct
They take
is.
fresh water,
Can't say the
coming
word, but
from
I know what it
outside the
is.
city, and distribute it all across the chasm.
Yes, I
It's
know.
funneled below the palace and into a cistern beneath the great temple. Some of it flows down into another cistern beneath the villas.
I saw
And the
that.
rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina, where it fills the lake, and allows us to fish and farm.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Hey, not so loud. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just, please, try to be a bit more discreet about it.
I'm gonna get out of here. The forgotten kitty. She was standing in front of my phone, so I did not see it when you wrote that. Alright, tell me about the temple.
You mean the Great Temple? This one's a bit of a mystery. Given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us, it's clear that whoever built it felt it was the most important temple in the city. Unfortunately, someone else went out of their way to keep its purpose a mystery. You see, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana or Apollo. Usually, that god is obvious. But in this case, it's unknown. There's an obelisk out the front.
Why did you say
which
Diana
probably
or
used to
Apollo?
bear the name of
Wait a
this
minute.
unknown god. But it appears some barbarian defaced it. And of course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. And that contains the treasury. So we're all left wondering, which god is that temple dedicated to? And could it be the one responsible for the Golden Rule? Unless somebody figures out a way inside, I suppose we'll never know.
Yeah, this is this Greek or Roman, for fuck's sake? You're confusing the hell out of me. Diana, Apollo, mentioning fucking Greeks, mentioning Romans. That guy was Greek, but you guys are Romans, most of you. I'm very confused.
Of course.
What do you think about the gold?
Some people say it's divine, the work of a god. But I'm not so sure. It just seems so flawed to me. Like it's distinctly human.
Well, your gods were
once
incredibly
you've been here long
flawed.
enough, you'll notice people doing things that just seem so wrong to you. But this so-called god doesn't seem to care. Which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, or this unknown god doesn't. And I'm pretty sure I know the difference. Do you?
I think so. Better than you people. You people believe in fucking slavery!
Good.
I'm gonna keep harping on that.
I agree that there are only two ways of dealing with unfair rulers.
What?
The first is to leave. The second is to remove the ruler from power. And it seems leaving may not be an option.
How do you remove a god from power?
Good question. It's best if I say no more, but I hope you'll give it some thought.
You're being real sly, motherfucker. I can read the graffiti. Do I need to ask him what it means?
Oh, it means someone thinks I'm a sinner, and that I'm going to break the golden rule.
What, it's about you? I didn't... The only graffiti I saw was about the two guys up for election.
Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company.
Why would they care about that? I didn't think they cared about that.
Hey, nothing gets by you, huh?
He
Sorry, that was
literally...
mean. Yes, I know. And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Noviomagos, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi.
That sucks.
Nice of you to say, but not necessary. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am. Or at least, I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong.
Yeah, who the hell is mad about it? Because I didn't think the Romans gave a shit.
It's not just graffiti. I have quite the collection of handwritten notes too.
Give them to
The
me.
strange thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure what I could have done to upset this person.
Not
If
fuck
I had
them?
to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those cultists.
Oh. Maybe.
Strange bunch. They insist there's only one god, and that he considers my nature a sin. Can you believe that? If there are
Yeah.
any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is, if these threats keep escalating, eventually my secret admirer is going to cross a line and break the golden rule.
Yeah, I'm gonna
What?
find out.
Really? I didn't expect that. But thanks. It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless. I'm glad you arrived.
Yeah, I'm
when you
not
did.
selfless. I'm here
I'd
too.
start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused.
Are you suggesting they might be gay?
Well, Malleolus is talking about loosening some of the restrictions in this place. And while it's all a bit vague, at least he has a vision.
I'm pretty sure that the other guy, whose name I've forgotten, has a name, has a vision too, because his vision is status quo.
My vote isn't for sale, if that's what you're asking.
I wasn't actually. It wouldn't let me do anything.
Nice to talk to you.
You too, Virgil. Gay construction worker. He must be one of those village people I heard about. A Roman anvil. Well, it's odd without a horn, but that must be a more modern innovation. Shouldn't the archaeologists know that? A pair of bellows used for blowing air into the furnace to help raise the heat. Shovel. A Roman fire shovel made of bronze. It smells like ash. It smells like ash. My brain is like, no, say ass, Alex. That was a broken bench. How do I don't want to take his stuff. I want to... No? I want to look at the note. Let me look at the note! I don't want to take his stuff! How do I... Oh, I didn't sneak. Oh, I can jump too. Not that I've needed to! He is not popular at all. I cannot look at the note. I don't know how to look at the note. God damn it. Alright, well. I think that's gonna be it for today. For this game. Forgotten City. So the chasm does have, like, a bit of sunlight to it. It's very beautiful. It's intriguing and interesting. And... fucking psychotic. They obviously did some research. It's cool. I'm very interested to know what's going on. There's so many quests. There's so many things to find out in this game. It's cool. Like, what happened to the dude who kept going into the cistern? What's going on with the election that I'd give two fucks about? Where'd the daughter go? Where are the Christians hanging out? And what do they want? Probably just to fucking pray to God. That's what most people want when they're religious. Who's being a dick to the gay guy? How the fuck do we get out of here? What's going on in the temple? Like, oh, this is all a bunch of fucking crazy shit. And then, of course, the golden rule. I still don't know what the golden rule is. It was like, oh, I'll explain it to you. I don't think I have a clear idea of what any of that meant. But okay. So this was the Forgotten City. I think it's pretty fucking interesting. It'd probably look even better if I could put all the graphics up all the way. But so, now, the schedule is, in a minute, not really, I am going to be playing Kill It With Fire. And then, tomorrow we have Warframe. Monday I'm watching a movie. Tuesday, Grim Dawn. Wednesday on Caleb Beer's channel, talking about the ones who walk away from Omelas. And then, Thursday is, we are, highlights reel from Warframe. We probably are on the regular schedule because the vote is going that you guys want me to put off playing New War, which I'm cool with. Like, I'm fine with that. So, KOTOR Thursday night, Prey Friday night. I might farm Harrow then. Harrow Prime. Not Harrow. Fuck farming Harrow. Harrow can go fuck himself. And then next Saturday at noon, I'm on Caleb Beer's channel talking about Chapter 8 of Woke Incorporated. And then Saturday night, nothing. So I will see you guys in a few minutes. I still have to restart my computer and set everything up for Kill It With Fire, so I'll be back in a bit. Thank you for joining me. I also need to go get a drink. And I will see you guys next time.
Merch. Yeah. Check out my new shop at cafepress.com/AlexofAllTrades for all kinds of products with my face on them.